Welcome to Tuesday training. We're going to jump in and see what it looks like to add the Cemetery Compliance Network to your StoneSpot account and see what functionality is opened up with this free new power-up. So you first want to go to your power-ups page. You're going to find the Cemetery Compliance Network and subscribe. Here you'll be able to see the summary that you saw on the initial page of what the Cemetery Compliance Network does. There's also the agreement. You can pop that up, read that, and pretty much you just opt into the network and subscribe. Once I do this, it will give me the opportunity to configure the power-up. You only need to configure the power-up if you are connected to QuickBooks. This is in the cemetery approval section. You have the ability to create bills in QuickBooks. So let's say you are going to pay for a setting fee, or you're going to pay for some kind of compliance with cemetery rules. We just need to know what non-inventory item you want on the bill to that cemetery. So you're going to find it here and pick it. I'm going to use my setting fee non-inventory item and save it. Again, this step is only necessary if you're connected to QuickBooks or Sage Intacct. Awesome. Now, if I go to my Manage Orders page, I'm going to be able to see that I have a new section, Cemetery Approvals. This section looks different depending on if you have turned on the email feature or if you have it turned off. If you have the email feature turned off, you'll have a fifth bucket in here, one right in between, where you're going to manually click whether you sent it to the cemetery. I recommend using it with the email feature turned on, even if you can't email all of your cemeteries, because it does then work exactly like the client approval buckets, and you'll just be more familiar with it. But let's look where that setting is. So you're going to come to your admin section and then click on settings, and then it's in this crazy fun button called miscellaneous settings, where there's just a lot of information hidden. So it's not trying to be hidden, but a lot of details of how you can customize your account are here. So this is the section we're going to look at. It's our middle part here. When cemetery approval files are uploaded, show an email editor on save. This is the one we recommend. It just stays in the flow. When you save your order, it pops up so you recognize an email is going out. If for some reason you are just comfortable with the default email you make, you can auto send emails on the save, so no editing pops up. Or you can use, like I said, this feature where you don't have any ability to send emails. Now, even if 90% of your cemeteries don't use emails, you want to turn on the email feature to email those that do. And those that don't, no worries. You'll just be uploading the file, seeing that you sent it to, knowing that you sent it to them in the mail or some other way, and being able to still mark if it's approved or rejected. So again, we're going to recommend this one. This is what everyone's account starts with. You can certainly change it if you have a different preference. The last thing you need to do is add this little module to your order form. So if you have different order forms, like a work order form or a final date order form and a typical monument order form, you'll know this by your form selections. And you can see we have a monument sale, cemetery lettering, and work order. Those are the three in this sample account. So if I want, when I choose an order form, if I want the cemetery approval section to show up, it's right here on this particular form. I need to add it to the form. It's already been added in this account, but I'm going to show you how to add it. So this is your third step. So you're going to add the power up. You're going to decide if you want emails to go out. And your third step is to add the cemetery approval section to whatever form you want. That's going to be in the admin section, settings, and scroll down to form designer. And we're going to do the master order view. Here's my different forms. You saw in my monument sales form that I already have it on here. Here it is, cemetery approvals. If I didn't want it on there, I can hide it and then save the form. But I'm going to leave it on there. Let's look at my other forms. Maybe cemetery lettering, I don't have to get cemetery approval on, and I don't want it to show up, so I'm going to leave it hidden there just like it is. So again, this is the last step to really having everything you need to run the cemetery compliance network on your account and have it customized for the way you want to use it.